Girls' safety is a pressing issue. It seems like every single day we hear about yet more harassment and violence against women and girls in the media. And while it's great that we're raising awareness of the injustices that women and girls are facing, are we also making girls more fearful? In this video, we'll talk about how to strike a balance between keeping girls safe without tipping over into fear-mongering, so stay tuned. Hi everyone, I'm Nikki, founder of the Girl Lab. We're on a mission to ensure all girls can fulfil their potential, and to do that we work with companies, organisations, schools and girls themselves to challenge the barriers that hold girls back. Today we're talking about a hot topic, safety. It seems as though we've never been more aware of the violence and the harassment that girls and women routinely face, and we're slowly waking up to the fact that feeling unsafe is more the norm for girls than actually feeling safe, and many girls just perceive this to be a normal part of growing up. Research conducted in the UK by charity Plan International UK found that 2/3 of girls are subjected to unwanted sexual attention or unwanted sexual or physical contact in a public place, and that's research from 2018. This even happens when girls are wearing their school uniform, and for many girls it makes them change their behaviour. It makes them avoid certain places, not feel able to travel alone, even changing the activities they like doing for fear of harassment or abuse, such as feeling not able to go running in their local area. It's really important that we raise awareness of these issues so as a society we can begin to challenge the ingrained gender-based violence and the perceptions about women and girls that are harmful to everybody. We as adults, plus organisations and institutions, have a responsibility to challenge the practices that lead to girls feeling unsafe. But we also have to be mindful that this work doesn't tip over into making girls fearful, anxious and avoidant. It's really important that we teach all young people, boys and girls, to be safe, and this includes both in real life and in online spaces. There are some simple and some practical ways that all young people can keep themselves safe, such as not walking or cycling with earbuds in, being aware of their surroundings, staying on well-lit paths, planning their route home, carrying some money to find an alternative way home if they need to, making sure that if their phone battery dies they can call a parent for a lift, they've got cash to do that, so on and so forth. Some practical steps. But they also need to know who to go to if they need help, who's a trusted adult or a trusted space, and these steps apply to both everyone and are largely common sense. So while we might spend some extra time talking to the girls in our lives about these steps, what we need to be careful of is not instilling a sense of fear and wariness in girls that colours their perception of the world. If girls are waiting for something bad to happen, it will affect how they see the world and their beliefs and how they engage with the world. Girls who are taught to be fearful become adults who have inbuilt fear mechanisms that limit them. When we have these fear mechanisms hardwired in us, we choose comfort zones over pushing ourselves. We choose to play it small rather than reaching for the stars. Now remember that fear and safety or security, they're emotional states. They are largely created by the mind, they are reinforced through thought and experienced in the body through emotions. When the body experiences fear often enough, regularly, it becomes a hardwired state of being, like an automatic response, and that can tip over into other aspects of life. So it's really important that we talk to girls and boys about being safe, using common sense, knowing when to ask for help, knowing when to challenge unwanted behaviour and when to just leave a situation. Make it clear to girls that they have the right to feel safe and to have clear boundaries and autonomy over their bodies and their personal space. But what I'd say is that we need to balance this with talking about feeling safe and secure, by listing the people and the organisations that are there to support them and keep them safe, by encouraging girls to seek out positive news stories as well as hearing the negative, because our media isn't balanced at all. And it's really helpful if we help girls to understand and identify their body's response to fear and put a name to it, and to acknowledge how it feels to be secure and to be safe, to be rooted. Get to know these sensations that the body responds to, those emotions, and identify what triggers them. Is it the thought of something bad happening, or is it an actual experience? We need to help girls to understand the body's fight, flight or freeze response, which is completely natural, but recognise that when that kicks into a situation that isn't actually dangerous or a threat, such as feeling anxious about walking into a room full of strangers. When we unpick these things, we can help to make sense of them, and when we understand something, then we've got power over it. So let us know your thoughts and subscribe to see more of Girl Focus videos coming soon. And thanks for doing your bit to create a world that works for girls. We'll see you soon.